All right, guys, I think we'll go ahead and get started. So go ahead and come into a nice tall spine. I'm hoping my dogs aren't going to bark. They've been really barky this morning. Yes, you. All right, you can bring your hands onto your knees or your hands into your lap. Press the sit bones down and inhale a little more length into your spine. Exhale softness. Let the shoulders sink down. Let them sink down some more. Close your eyes. And we're going to use our breath to connect a little deeper, to stay in this moment, to create some stillness. When we create stillness, we allow space for the unmanifest to come into our lives. So the essence of what we are is unmanifest, unseeable. Sometimes we get a little too hung up in the parts you can see, the image. But today we're going to find this inward gaze and focus more on the parts you can't see, the unmanifest. So see if you can commit to staying focused, letting every single breath be an opportunity to go a little deeper, just by inhaling a little deeper into the belly and letting this prana fill your entire being, and letting every exhale be an opportunity to soften some more. See if you can find this continuous softening on the inhale and the exhale, relaxing through the shoulders, the jaw, the eyes. Trying to keep this stillness even as we start to move our bodies. And that length one more time, lift everything up and then drop the right ear towards the right shoulder and then grow visibly softer through the shoulders, the face, the eyes, maybe the left fingertips take a little walk. Now keep softening, keep using each breath as a new opportunity to stay fully present and to let something go, some of that tension in the body, in the mind. Slowly come back up to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder, and soften. Soften a couple more times, and then maybe the right fingertips take a little stroll. Slowly come back to center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, we'll turn and twist to the right, placing the left hand on the right knee to twist a little more. Inhale to lengthen, press the sit bones down, lengthen the spine. Exhale, soften and twist a little more. One more time. Stay with this breath as long as you can, using all your focus to not be in a hurry, to not cut it short, to savor this breath. The opposite of being in a hurry, like you never want it to end. Inhale, come back through center, find all the length and fill up. Exhale, turn and twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen, fill up. Exhale, soften, deepen the twist. One more breath. Slowly come back to center, squeeze the palms together, lift up, and then bring your hands to your heart. Bring your hands onto your knees. We'll do a few rounds of seated cat-cow. So pull the belly forward and then the heart forward and then look up. Keep pulling on the knees, keep filling up. And then exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly button back into the spine to empty all the air. And see how long you can make each move and each breath last. Oh, Sarah's in the waiting room. I don't know why there's a waiting room now. I have to get Kelly to fix that. One more breath. Take your time. Sorry, Sarah. I didn't see you in the waiting room. I don't know why there's a waiting room now. We got to fix that. Okay, now we're just going to put our legs out in front and just do a really gentle forward fold. So you don't have to have your feet flexed yet if that doesn't feel right yet. Just start to gently fold forward. You don't even have to have all the length in your spine. Let your head become heavy and use your breath to just soften a little more. If you feel ready to really straighten the legs and kick through the heels and lift through the heart, you can. But just find this continuous softening on the inhale and the exhale. One more breath. Slowly come back up. Okay, now we're just going to come up into a deep yogic squat. Starting to push the knees open, creating some space to draw the thumbs in towards the heart. If this feels sticky and not ready for this, you can move around a little bit here or come up on the toes. Once you feel ready, you'll try to sink into the heels. You might need to slide something under your heels if they don't come all the way down. Push the knees open, roll the shoulders open, lengthen through the spine and the back of the neck, and then soften anywhere you can. Try really pushing the hands together to push the knees apart a little bit and soften. Interlace your fingers, release your index finger. Reach your arms forward, lift them up till they're parallel to the ground. Turn your toes forward. Look down and see if you can squeeze your head with your arms here so your neck and your arms are parallel to the ground. Lift your butt till your thighs are parallel to the ground. So now everything's parallel to the ground. Your body's touching your legs. Pull the belly in out of the way. Try to straighten the arms and squeeze the head, reaching forward, reach the sit bones back. Slowly stand all the way up, press into the feet, reach up out of the waist. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. And hands down by your sides. Step your feet together. Press them down into the ground. Inhale the arms up. Keep your heart lifted. Exhale, lower the hands down behind you and interlace your fingers. See if you can glue the palms together. Step the feet about as wide as the hips. Find a little backward bend, pressing down into the feet, lifting through the heart, and then hinge at the hips. If you need to bend the knees, you can. Let your head get heavy and then reach the arms up and overhead. Start to rock a little weight into the toes and then back into the heels a couple times. Soften through the traps, the jaw, maybe shaking the head a little bit. Lower the hands down to the ground. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to plank. And find this nice long line of energy here. Feel the strength in your arms as you press yourself away from the mat. See how long you can hold on to each breath, using all your focus to stay right here with this breath. Lower down to the knees. Now kick back through the right heel. Keep the toes on the ground. Find that calf stretch. As you press into the hands and shine the heart forward. Soften anywhere you can. Now we're going to spin the right heel down and roll the right arm up towards the ceiling. If it's hard to balance, slide the left foot behind you like a little kickstand. Now reach the right arm up alongside the ear, making one nice long line of energy with the right side of your body. Scooping the hips forward towards the long edge of the mat, reach through the fingers. Relax your head and your neck, soften through the trap. Reach your hand up and lift all the way up. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. Reach your left hand up and over. Keep those hips scooping forward towards the long edge. Use your exhale to soften. Lower the left hand back down. Reach the right arm back up. Lift the right leg up. Get everything parallel to the ground now. Flex that foot and find a little more length from your heel to your fingertips. Slowly come back to hands and knees for one really slow round of cat-cow. Feel this wave-like motion ripple through the spine. Come back to neutral, press into the hands, slowly press that left heel back, keeping the toes grounded, finding all the length, finding that calf stretch. Spin the left heel down, roll the left arm up, maybe right foot slides behind you. Reach the left hand up a little higher and then reach it up alongside the ear, making that nice long line of energy. Press down into the right hand and the left foot, scoop the hips towards that long edge and reach. Don't forget to use the exhale to soften. That's our little trick for staying present, not missing one chance or one breath where you can soften a little bit more. Reach the left hand up to lift your whole self up. Left hand, left thigh, right hand up and over. Keep those hips scooping towards that long edge. Slowly lower the right hand, lift the left leg and the left arm. Flex that foot, lengthen out. Slowly come back, hands and knees for a really slow rounded cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. This time we'll exhale and round all the way up to kneeling, to standing on the knees. Let the head and the arms come up last. Roll the shoulders back, keep them down. Inhale the arms up. Interlace the fingers to make one big fist and reach up out of the waist. Don't let your shoulders come though. Softly draw them back down. Root down into the knees and shins. Drop your arms over to the right. Use your inhale to lengthen and your exhale to soften. See if you can straighten into the arms and soften through the traps. Slowly come back up, rooting to rise on the inhale. Exhale, drop it to the left. Slowly come back up, bring your hands to your low back, maybe your fingers point up. Wrap your elbows back there, press your hips forward, lift your heart, find a deep backward bend. Letting the head drop back if that's all right with the neck. Slowly come up, lower the hands, shine the heart forward. Exhale, press it back, child's pose. And then slide out onto the belly with your hands under your shoulders, untuck your toes. Hug your body with your elbows. Walk your hands just off your mat and forward just a couple of inches. Stay up on your fingertips. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Let your head stay heavy as you press into the feet to slowly peel yourself up. Maybe at the top you look up and reach up through the chin. Keep your glutes soft. Slowly lower back down. Move with your own breath. See how slowly you can inhale to fill all the way up and lift all the way up. See how slowly you can let that air out to let yourself back down. One more time. Bring your hands under your shoulders, press it back to child's pose. And then slowly come up, downward facing dog, pressing into the hands. Let your head stay heavy. Maybe you pedal it out a little bit here. Or maybe you're ready to get right into stillness in your downward facing dog. Now slowly tiptoe your feet forward to meet your hands. Firing up the core. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Grab your elbows behind your knees. Pull your face into your legs and soften the traps out of the ears. Rock a little weight into the balls of the feet. Lift the sit bones up and back, maybe starting to straighten the legs. Release your arms. Keep your knees stacked over the ankles. Lower the booty back behind you a little more. And then reach forward and up into that chair pose. Drop weight into your heels, but keep your toes grounded. Reach up out of the waist a little more. Your chin is either parallel to the ground or you're looking up. Soften anywhere you can. Press into the feet. Imagine you're moving through water as you move slowly to stand up and find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Inhale, arms up, grab the right wrist, step the right foot behind you and drop your arms over to the left. Soften the shoulders down. Slowly come back up, grab the left wrist, step the left foot behind and drop it to the right. Slowly come back up, bring your hands to the heart and hands down by your sides. Press into the feet, inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive. Keep pressing through the feet, leading with the heart. Belly in and up, fold all the way. Inhale, lift up halfway. Take one more sip. We're not in a hurry. Plant the hands, step back to plank and hold. Find your strength here. Stay with your breath. Stay focused, that one-pointed focus. Using the breath to connect a little deeper, to let something go. Lower the knees down, keep the hips stacked over the knees. Walk the hands forward into puppy pose. See if you can get your forehead down to rest and settle in here. Maybe lifting those wrists up, coming up on tented fingertips to settle in a little more. Walk your hands back under the shoulders, press back up to your hands and your knees. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale, round it up to kneeling, letting your head come up last. Arms are heavy. Roll the heart open, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, arms up, interlace the fingers, make that one fist and reach up out of the waist. Drop it over to the right. Keep rooting down into the knees and shins. Soften something. Come back up and drop it to the left. Come back up, bring your hands to your low back. Find that supported backward bend. Inhale, come up, lower the hands, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale, press it back to child's pose. Curl the toes, lift it up, downward facing dog. Press down into the hands. Imagine you're pressing the hands down and forward, like you're trying to stretch your mat out. Inhale, lift the right foot up. Come up on the tippy toes. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right shoulder. Drop it down to the right wrist. Bring it back up to the shoulder and bring it over to the left shoulder. Straighten that leg out to the left. Peel the left arm up to stack the shoulders. Maybe the right foot lifts up off the ground. Lower the left hand back down. Shoot the right foot back up. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hips. Try to keep your chest square to the mat and your head heavy. Slowly come back, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Come up high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into your heels. Do that one more time. Take your time. Inhale, left foot lifts up. Come up on the toes. Exhale, left knee, left shoulder. Drop it down to the wrist. Back up to the shoulder. Over to the right shoulder. Straighten that leg out. Peel the right arm up. Stack the shoulders. Pull the belly in. Find your breath. Lower the right hand, shoot the left foot back up, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hips. Come back, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. One more time, make it last. Now let's lower down to a child's pose. If you'd rather stay in down dog, that's fine too. See if you can slow the breath down even more. See if you can continue softening on the inhale and exhale. See if you can commit to letting everything else go for the next 40 minutes. And just continue using your breath to soften, to release this tension, this stress in our body, in our mind. When you're ready, we'll come back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right foot up high, come up on the toes. Exhale, step it through, come all the way up to warrior two. Stack the knee right over your ankle. Press the knee straight out over the second toe. Maybe you can get the right thigh parallel to the ground, just like the arms. Press the feet down, gaze over the right fingertips. and then see what you can soften. Bring the right elbow to the right knee, reach the left arm up and over. Just try not to rest any weight here. Use your right elbow to keep pressing your right knee back to keep it from collapsing in. And then use your elbow against your knee to roll your heart up towards the ceiling. And then reach through the fingers. Press the feet down, scoop the hips towards that long edge, then see what you can soften. Inhale to reverse it, right knee stays deeply bent. Maybe left hand reaches around for that right thigh. Cartwheel the hands down, step the left foot forward, sit in the chair, lowering the booty back, reaching up out of the waist. Pull the belly in. Stand up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides, press into the feet. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. Maybe this time on your open mouth exhale, you stick out the tongue and let it all out and shake the head a little bit. Inhale, lift the left foot high, come up on the toes. Exhale, step it through, warrior two. Stack the knee over the ankle first. Maybe left thigh gets parallel, arms are parallel. Gaze over the left fingers and then soften. Stay with this breath a little longer. Left elbow, left knee, right arm reaches up and over, guiding the left knee open and rolling the heart open. Reach through the fingers, press down through the feet. Scoop those hips towards the long edge and then soften. Next inhale, reverse it. Keep the left knee stacked and bend deeply. Maybe reach around for that left hip. Cartwheel hands down, step the right foot forward, sit into the chair. Now lift your right knee up and cross it over the left. See if you can get your toes to wrap around. Reach your arms out to the side. Sweep your right arm under the left. See if you can get your palms to touch. Draw the elbows out and up. Soften the shoulders down the back and sink in a little bit. Pull the belly in. Stay with your breath. Slowly come back up, lower the right foot down, inhale the arms up. Keep the heart lifted, interlace the fingers back behind you, maybe the palms glue. Find a little backward bend. Step the feet as wide as the hips, press the feet down, bend at the knees if you need to as you hinge forward. Reach the arms up and over, relax the head and the neck. Shake it out a little bit. Lower the hands to the ground, step the feet back together. Without moving the knees, lower the booty back behind you, sweep the floor, and then sweep the arms forward and up. Sink into the chair a little deeper. And then lift the left knee up and over. Maybe toes wrap. Sweep the left arm under the right. Maybe palms touch. Soften that standing ankle and standing knee to sink in. Draw the elbows out and up. Soften the traps down. Soften the jaw. Slowly come back up, lower the feet down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Spread your feet as wide as your hips. Get the outside edge of your feet parallel to each other. Reach the arms forward so they're parallel to the ground. Squeeze the fingers together. Now without moving the knees, lower the booty back behind you. Try to get your thighs parallel to the ground. So that way the knees stay stacked right over the ankles so you can see your toes. But you're not looking down, you're looking forward or slightly up. Soften through the shoulders. Pull the belly in. Draw the upper body back, trying to stack the shoulders over the hips. Find your breath. Slowly come back up. Now come up on the tippy toes, rolling forward into your knees. Again, try to keep the knees stacked over the ankles as you slowly lower the booty back behind you. See if you can get your thighs parallel to the ground. Arms are parallel to the ground. Keep the same distance between your hands, your knees, and your arms. Look down to see if your thighs are parallel to the ground, but then look forward. Come a little higher on the toes, pull the belly in, draw the upper body back. See what you can soften. Slowly stand back up. Lower the heels, squeeze the knees together. Keep reaching through the fingers, softening through the jaw and the shoulders. Imagine pressing your body against the wall behind you and slowly sliding down the wall. Your heels might start to come up off the ground a little bit. That's okay. Keep squeezing your knees together. Bring your sit bones just a couple inches away from your heels, and then roll your knees forward and down. So your thighs are parallel to the ground, your arms are parallel to the ground. Pull the belly in. Stay with this breath. If you feel okay here, you can start to bounce. And then way slower than you want to, start to come back up. Keep squeezing your knees together. Step your feet together. Close your eyes. Soften the shoulders. Slow your breath. Okay, without moving the knees, lower the booty back behind you enough to sweep the floor. Sweep it forward and up. Sit into the chair. Bring your hands to your heart. Turn and twist to the right. Keep your knees in line. So look down if that left knee's popping out. Draw the left hip back. Press the elbow into the knee to roll the heart towards the thumbs, maybe placing those thumbs in the center of the chest. Soften the traps and the shoulders and the jaw. Pull the belly in. Slowly start to curl the left heel in towards the glute and slowly shoot it back. Crescent lunge with the twist. Keep the knees stacked over the ankle as you press it straight out over the second toe. Keep twisting the heart open, finding length in the spine and the back of the neck. Soften anywhere you can. Now slowly come up, crescent lunge. Sink in a little bit deeper. And then drop the right hand to the left thigh like reverse crescent. Bend into the right knee a little more. Reach the left hand up. Sink into the left heel. Now plant the left hand down inside the right foot. Roll the right arm up, gaze up at it. Keep pressing the right knee forward and reaching the right hand up high. Open the heart up towards the ceiling, drawing the right shoulder back. And then slowly start to walk the right foot out to the right a little bit. Bring your right hand down inside the right foot. We're going to lower down to the elbows or the forearms, or you can stay up on the hands if you need to here. You can keep the back knee lifted or you can lower it down. See if you can start to open through the hips a little bit here. Let your head be heavy. Stay with your breath. You can keep that knee drawing in against the shoulder, or you can start to roll to the outside of that right foot and let the knee fall open, whichever feels better here. Slowly come back up onto the hands. We're going to step the left foot forward into a deep yogic squat. Sink into the heels, draw the thumbs in towards the heart, press the knees open, lengthen through the spine and the back of the neck. Soften anywhere you can. Interlace the fingers, release the index finger. Reach your hands forward, arms are parallel to the ground. Look down and squeeze the head with the arms so the neck is parallel to the ground. Turn the toes forward, lift the butt so the thighs are parallel to the ground. Everything is parallel to the ground, whole body touching legs. Find a little more length from your fingertips to your sit bones. Press into the feet, stand all the way up. We're going to find a little backward bend, reaching up through the fingers. Drop your head back. Keep pressing the hips forward. Slowly come up, bring the hands to the heart. Step your feet together, bring the hands down by the sides. Without moving the knees, lower the booty back, sweep the floor, reach the arms forward and up and sink in. Bring the hands to the heart. Turn and twist to the left. Check in with the knees, sink into the heels, twist the spine open. Use every exhale to soften. Slowly curl the right heel in and shoot it back. Step back to crescent lunge with a twist. Pressing the left knee forward, twist the heart open some more. Soften a little bit more. Slowly come back up to crescent lunge and sink in, bending that knee a little more. Bring the left hand to the right thigh. As you reach the right hand up, sink into the right heel. Cartwheel the right hand down, gaze up at the left hand, roll the left shoulder back. Find your breath. Walk the left foot out to the left just a little more. Bring your hand down inside. Maybe you start to lower to the elbows. Maybe that back knee lowers down too. Relax your head and your neck. Slowly come back up onto the hands. Curl the right toes, step the right foot forward to that deep yogic squat. Maybe from here you want to try an arm balance. We'll lower the hands down just like down dog, fingers spread wide, hands shoulder width distance apart. You can either keep your knees stuck to the outside of your arms by pushing out against your knees and squeezing in against your arms, or you can come up on your tippy toes and bring your knees all the way up into your armpits. Press into your fingers and knuckles a lot. See if you can get the feet to lift up off the ground, or maybe just one foot lifts up off the ground. Stay with your breath. Maybe from there you shoot it back into chaturanga. Or maybe you just slowly make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale up onto the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. One more time, make it last a little bit longer. Inhale, lift the right foot high, come up on the toes. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, warrior one. Press the right knee forward, reach up out of the waist. Soften in. Now bring the hands to the hips, straighten into the legs. Shift the hips back, reach the arms forward into triangle pose. You might need to take a slightly smaller step. Feel the feet pressing down. Bring the right hand down anywhere on the thigh or the ground or the foot. Peel the left hand up, gaze up at it. You can have a micro bend in the knees if you like. Scoop the hips towards that long edge. Reach the left hand up a little higher. Inhale a little length into the spine, the back of the neck. Exhale, soften through the traps, the jaw, the eyes. Slowly lower both your hands down to frame that foot. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Sit into the chair. Reach up out of the waist. And keep your heart lifted. Interlace your fingers behind you. Maybe the palms glue together. Sit back in the chair a little more. Lift the heart. And then hinge forward, straightening into the legs. Let your head become heavy. Reach those arms up and overhead. Lower the hands down to the ground. Use them to press you up halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, kneeling back in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink in. One more time, let it all out. Stick out the tongue, shake the head. Inhale, left foot up, come up on the toes. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, warrior one. Set it up, knee over ankle, press the feet down to reach up. Use your exhale to soften. Bring your hands to your hips, straighten into the legs, shift the hips back, reach the arms forward, and turn and twist into triangle pose. Scooping the hips towards that long edge. Soften through the traps. Lower the right hand down, step the right foot forward, sit into the chair. Stand up, find a little backward bend. Hands to heart and hands down by your sides. Now lift the right foot up. Bring your elbow inside your knee and see if you can grab that big toe with the peace sign fingers and kick out through the right heel. You can bring your left hand to your hip or out to the side for balance. Kick through the heel as hard as you can. Lift up through the heart. If you're ready, bring your right leg out to the right and keep kicking through the heel. If you can balance, start to gaze out over the left shoulder. See what you can soften. Stay with your breath. Slowly bring it back to center. Keep kicking through the heel. Lower your head down to touch the knee. Slowly come up. Keep your foot lifted, but release your grip. Point your toe. Lift your leg a little higher. Draw your belly in. Lift your leg a little higher. One more time. Lift the leg up. And now we're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee and sit into that figure four. Softening that left ankle and left knee to sink in a little more. Trying to lower the right knee to the same height as the left knee. Keep drawing your upper body back, trying to stack shoulders over hips, or you can start to fold forward, reaching your fingers for the ground, or you can turn and twist to the left, hooking the elbow on the bottom of that foot. Stay with this breath. Maybe you find an arm balance here. Slowly come back up. Lower that foot back down, press the feet down, lift the heart, softening on the exhale. Lift the left knee, bring the elbow inside of it, grab the big toe, kick through the heel. Use your right arm for balance if you like. Once you have your balance, bring that left leg out to the side when you're ready. Keep kicking through the heel. If you can balance here, you can gaze over the right shoulder. Bring that leg back to center. Keep kicking through the heel. Lower the head down to touch the knee. Slowly come back up. Keep your foot lifted, but release your grip. Point your toe. Lift a little higher. Lift a little higher. And cross the ankle over the knee. Find that figure four. Sink in. Once you have your balance, you can turn and twist to the right, or you can start to reach the fingertips down towards the ground. Keep softening that standing ankle and standing knee. Slowly come back up, lower that foot, press the feet down, lift the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, lengthen forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Kneading back in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, come up high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. One more time, make it last. All right, we're gonna hop the feet up to the outside of the hands, finding that deep yogic squat again. Just working here, pressing the knees open to open the hips, or maybe finding another arm balance here. Maybe hopping it back through chaturanga to downward facing dog. Whenever you're done, we'll all meet back in a child's pose, letting the forehead rest. Bring the hands to prayer behind the head and walk the elbows forward a little bit more, melting through the heart. See if you can recommit for our last 20 minutes to staying right here with this breath. Making it all about this breath, not leaving any space for the chatter, not leaving any space to start thinking about the rest of the day. Really giving yourself this 20 minutes, creating space for the unmanifest. When you're ready, we'll slowly come up. We're going to turn towards the long edge of the mat. We're going to spread the knees wide. We're going to try to keep the shins parallel to the edges of the mat so that the ankles are right behind the knees in one straight line. See if you can turn your toes out to the sides towards the long edges of the mat. And then start to work your sit bones back towards your heels. Now, I feel like you get a better stretch when you stay up on your arms, but it kind of depends on your body and how flexible you are. You might feel like you get a better stretch when you lower the elbows down. So you can try it either way. Just stay with your breath and keep working those sit bones back towards the heels. Instead of pushing, just try softening into it more. All right, moving really slowly. Come back to face the top of the mat and come back into a child's pose. Reach your hands forward and turn your palms to face up. And soften through the traps, shoulders. Lower the hands back down. We're going to come up. We're going to lower the forearms down, stacking the shoulders right over the elbows. Tuck the toes. We'll lift the booty up into dolphin pose. Walk the feet in a little closer. Let the head be heavy. Again, pressing the hands down and forward like you're trying to stretch the mat out. Soften the traps out of the ears. Maybe you lift one leg up here. Maybe you're working on kicking up. Now slowly walk or slide the feet back, coming to forearm plank. Everything parallel to the ground, back of the neck long, rooting into the hands. Trying to draw the heart forward and draw the shoulders back. Feel your core engaged here. Stay with your breath. Turn and twist, kiss the mat with the right hip. Inhale back through center. Left hip kisses mat. Inhale back through center. Move with your own breath. Whenever you've had enough, just lower your body down, stay up on your elbows. Relax your lower body, shake it out a little bit. Keep your hands active, use them to pull your belly button forward and then your heart forward. Soften the shoulders, get the chin parallel to the ground. Now slowly turn to gaze over your right shoulder and beyond, maybe all the way back to the feet and beyond. See what you can soften here. See how long you can hold on to this breath. Soften continuously. Slowly gaze back over the front of the mat and over to the left shoulder, maybe all the way back to the feet and beyond. Use your breath to soften. Slowly come back to center. And now we're going to stack the right arm in front of the left with the shoulders stacked over the elbows. Walk your fingers out as far as you can. Relax your lower body. Now let your head rest on your arms here. Keeping your mouth slightly open so you're not tensing your jaw. Slowly come back up. And now we'll bring the right arm behind the left and walk the arms out as far as you can. Relax the low body, relax the head, soften through the jaw, stay with your breath. And slowly come back up. Now we're going to press it back up to kneeling, just standing on the knees here. Bringing your hands to your low back, stack your hips right over your knees. Press your hips forward, lift the heart, and find a deep supported backward bend. Maybe you start to reach for the heels. Maybe you reach for one heel and reach the other arm up for counterbalance. Keep the hips pressing forward and the heart lifting up. Relax your head and your neck. Let something go. Slowly come back up, bring your knees together, lower your hips to your heels, slide your hands to your knees and tuck everything into a tight little ball, tucking the chin to the chest. Soften. Slowly come back up, one more set. So if you grabbed one heel, go ahead and even things out now. Press the hips forward, lift the heart up. Inhale, slowly come up. Bring your knees together and your hips to your heels. Now grab your heels with your full palm grip with your thumb on the outside. Tuck your chin to your chest, lean back a little bit and try to roll into a tight little ball so your forehead comes to touch your knees and the top of your head comes to touch the mat right in front of the knees. Roll forward onto the top of the head, pull on the heels and lift the hips. Breathe into that space behind the heart, fill it all the way up, and then soften. And slowly come back up. Now we'll sit onto the left hip and straighten the right leg out. Making 90 degrees here with your legs. Kick through the heel, reach the arms up. Turn to face over that right leg and lengthen out, grabbing whatever you can. Lift the heart, lengthen the spine, level the shoulders out. Pull the heart towards the foot. You can let your head get heavy if you want to, but keep your heart lifted. All right, use your exhales to soften in a little more. Slowly come back up and switch. Straighten the left leg. Make that 90. Kick through the heel, reach the arms up. Face that leg and lengthen out, grabbing what you can, leveling the shoulders. Pull the heart towards the foot. Slowly come back up, straighten both legs out in front. Kick out through the heels, maybe lift them off the ground. Press your hands into the ground right by your hips, like you're trying to lift your butt up off the ground. Draw the belly in and up, lift the heart. Tuck the chin towards the chest, kick out through the heels. Lower the booty back down, inhale the arms up. Keep this lift in the heart as you reach forward, grabbing what you can, pulling the heart down towards the feet. Slowly come back up. Now we're gonna hug our right leg in across our body, hugging it in tight, opening that right glute. And then we're gonna set our right foot down on the ground outside that knee. And we're gonna turn and twist to the right, planting the right fingertips, reach the left hand up, hook the elbow outside the knee and twist. Keep kicking out through the left heel and lengthening through the spine. Use your exhale to soften. And release. Straighten the right leg out. Hug that left leg in across your body. Lower that foot down. Turn and twist to the left. Plant the left fingertips. Reach the right hand up and twist. Slowly, gently unwind through center and slowly lie all the way down on your back. And then hug your knees into your chest. We'll roll it back into a plow pose. See if you can get the toes to touch the ground back behind the head. And soften in. Maybe you interlace your fingers behind you. Maybe the palms glue together. Bring your hands to your hips, creating a shelf for your hips. Straighten the legs up towards the ceiling. Stacking hips over shoulders, feet over hips. Slowly come back into that plow pose, softening right in. Let something go. Reach your hands back behind you, press the palms down. Use them as the brakes, slow as you can go. One vertebrae at a time, rolls back down to the mat. Slide your hands under your booty, straighten your legs up towards the ceiling, flex your feet. So kick through the heels, draw the toes back towards the face. We'll take 20 seconds to lower the legs down. Keep squeezing them together. Chin is slightly tucked. Try to soften through the shoulders and the jaw. 10 more seconds. Kick through the heels. Once you lower all the way down, we'll pop up into a fish, pressing into our elbows to lift the heart. Keeping the legs zipped, reaching out through the balls of the feet. Press the elbows down and open the heart. Maybe the feet lift up off the ground. And slowly release, hug the knees into the chest. All right, cactus the arms, shift the hips to the right and lower the knees to the left. If you'd rather cross the knees and get a deeper twist, you can. Gaze out over the right hand. Now really use all your focus to see how long you can make this breath last. Don't get distracted and cut it short. See how long you can hold on to this breath. And see how much you can soften in on the exhale. Come back to center, hug your knees in. Cactus the arms, hips to the left, knees to the right. Gaze out over the left hand and soften, relax the shoulders. Relax them some more. Find this continuous softening. Slowly come back to center and hug your knees into your chest one last time. And then let your legs go long on the mat. Spread your feet as wide as the mat. Let your toes fall open. Find a little length in the back of your neck one more time and then soften even more. Giving yourself permission to really let go here. Even letting go of controlling the breath. Unless your mind starts to wander, then stay with your breath. So you can stay right here. Invite a deeper breath back into your body. Invite movement back into your fingers, into your toes. Invite yourself to stay in this place of calm. It's always right here for you. The one thing you can count on in this crazy world is that you can always go inward. Use your breath to find this stillness. You don't know the answers. Just getting quiet and creating space for the unmanifest, the part of you that does know, to come into your life. So this is not the end of your practice today. This is the beginning. This was just to get you in this space. As you roll over onto either side, see if you can commit now to staying in this space a little longer. To staying with your breath. To continue using each breath as a new opportunity to connect a little deeper and let go a little more. When you're ready, slowly come back up to a seat. Inhale the arms up overhead, squeeze your palms together, lift everything up one more time, and then bring the hands to the heart. Let your head bow to the wisdom of your heart. Lift the thumbs to the space above the eyebrows. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May our thoughts and actions in some way contribute to that. Namaste.